The efficient research ability allows you to increase your command of a single sub-skill by 2 levels for a full week. Holy shit. So we can use this. Oh, I lucked out seeing that. This is good. This is why you should just read everything. Okay, so that should increase our filing by 2. Hopefully not by 2 steps, but by 2 actual levels. Let's find out. You had wanted to go to the Amarito today to shop, but by the time you've arrived, a light drizzle is starting to fall. Many vendors are putting away their merchandise and pulling tarp covers over their stalls. You hear a woman behind a stall sigh as she looks up at the sky. I know this sort of weather is bad for business, but I actually really enjoy rainy days, she says. Don't you? I actually do like a good rainy day, especially at night when you're trying to sleep. It's kind of nice. The woman smiles. She reaches underneath her stall and holds something out to you. Here, she says, for a fellow lover of the rain. You take a look. The woman is holding a red crystal vial. It's useful for storing rainwater from a particular fall, she offers. After all, rainfall at different hours has different properties. You take the vial and give the woman your thanks. She smiles and nods at you. You can thank me by making good use of what I just gave you, she says. She then turns and resumes packing up her stall. Ooh, that's quite interesting. So I think I just got a free item. Yes, it did raise our level by 2. Yes. Good, good, good. Okay, so we have rainwater file. It doesn't tell me. So maybe it's probably an item though, so we can check that out. Let's check out this thing. Oh, right. I forgot about that. Okay, so we have to actually research the item. Okay, we're going to try to tidy the Library of Longshade. We have a blue edit now. And I'm actually going to see... I forget how you're supposed to inspect an item. There's a part of me that wants to say I have to go and bring it to a shop, but I might be wrong. Okay. So I should have a skill called Trial and Error. Let's see if I... Yes, okay. So after we tidy the Library of Longshade, we'll try to figure out what that vial does. Please do it. Please, 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 please. You're eating lunch peacefully when Vernell Bonvine, the general athletics squad. Okay, she's in what, Iran's? Yeah. Seidel's up next to you. She pokes at your upper arm. I couldn't help but notice you as you were walking, Rune, she says. Your arms are getting a little flabby. You really need a good workout. What the fuck? This is the weirdest pickup line I've ever heard. You rub the back of your head. I don't know, Vernell. Say no more. I know what you want. Of course I'll let you work out with me, Vernell says. What kind of exercise do you want to do? Haul some hay at the stablery? Run a few miles up Mount Olympia? Embrace the laziness. Endurance. Go up the mountain. Yeah, let's fucking run up that mountain. Fine, I'll climb Olympia Peak with you, you tell Vernell, but you better leave me alone after this. Oh, don't say that. Vernell doesn't seem to hear the last part. Good. Great, we better get started right away if we want to reach the top. I don't know if we'll have enough time before lunch is over. You and Vernell take off for Olympia Peak. The two of you have to run to the top of the mountain trail, your legs burning the entire way. When you reach the end, Vernell announces that you have to run back to the bottom. You're flushed and sweating and exhausted by the time you reach the base of the mountain. Unfortunately, you have no time to rest. Vernell grabs your hand, urging you to run alongside her. You better hurry up, she orders. You don't want to be late for class. By the time you reach Academagia, you feel like you're on the verge of passing out. Vernell grins when you tell her this. Great! That's how you're supposed to feel, she says. That's how you know it's working. Now run along to class. I guess that's a success? Huh? First principles. First argument. The first principle is what is first in your argument. It is the basis of your argument. My donkey is black is a first principle. God before man is a first principle. Anything you state as basis is your first principle. Take my lunch here. I like steak. I do not eat beef for health reason. My first principle would be beef is bad for my health. It is all very simple, really. Wait, what? Okay. That's a weird one, I guess, but it makes sense for dialectic. We succeeded! So we now can study at the Library of Longshade. We increased our dedication, and you've learned about what the tunes were meant for. After going out of my way to create the Rod of the Elements, I am back on track to cracking this puzzle. I went back to the mountains, but not to talk to the man, but now to speak with the winds. I climbed to the tip of the mountain, putting my life into danger. I hung on to everything I could while casting my mental power. I listened closely to every whispering wind that flown by, catching foreign words while I translate into my language later. I decided that this could be what I was looking for. But later, when I translated the words, it turned out to be caution signals and violent tones that were meant to scare me. Yeah, we learned about that, I guess. It was in a book while we were trying to tidy the Library of Longshade. You have increased the relationship. Okay, so we did succeed at that, event, random event with, Vernell. So, we're better friends with her, that's good. And our willpower is up. That's nice. Okay, so we finally got the Library of Longshade. I just want to see it on here though, make me feel better. Yeah, no, there we go, found it. So we get one step expansion to our choice of a sub skill, and a random skill, and concentration. So that is very useful, and that's how we'll start studying our other skills. Though probably next time we're going to focus on getting our study levels up. But how about we figure out what that item does? Trial and error, confirm. And I guess we choose an item. Yep, rainwater file. And let's see what the day has for us. You're enjoying a lazy stroll down the hallway. You're finished with the classes for the day, and you can finally lose yourself in your thoughts without feeling guilty. Too bad your well-deserved mental break doesn't last long. You there, halt! Yells Professor Fatchate. He is the zoology teacher. Frustrated, you turn around to see the instructor of zoology rushing towards you, his arm raised above his head, frantically waving for you to stop. He's running down the hall, his robe flowing out behind him, dodging students. You must assist me, the professor commands. I accidentally released several snakes in the corridor. Why did you do that? Why are there snakes in the school? Oh my. I don't like snakes, by the way. This is what you get for mentioning how much you like animals just once in the professor's presence. Why? Why would we make an excuse and leave? No. Search the hallway for small rodents, sleuthing, and the loot. Okay, observation, I guess. You may not know much about snakes, but you know the job will go quicker with some bait. You search around and for small rodents or any animal which might attract a reptile. After a few moments of searching, you spot a little white mouse trying to hide under a statue. Traps. Use the mouse for bait. That seems mean, but whatever. Does he say how many snakes he let loose? Uh, just several snakes. Okay. Well, our best bet is to use the mouse for bait, which isn't really ethical, but whatever. Uh, using for using for mouse as bait. That sounds wrong. You and Professor Patchett. I That's probably incorrect, but whatever. Make a trap to catch all the snakes. Unfortunately, the trap is a disaster and fails to catch even one snake. You haven't been very helpful, hollers the professor. I'm trying. I'm 10. Come on. Angry over your ineptitude, the professor walks away without even thanking you for attempting to help. Later, you hear the professor and Courtney de Servel, who's from Iran's, capture the snakes. It took only seconds to make a trap, gather all the serpents. Not only did you fail, but this asshole made you look like a fool in the process. At least you have a new mouse. Oh, do we actually get to have a new mouse?